But you know, it was a year ago yesterday that he collapsed on the walking.
I was walking and I fainted, fell on the ground. I didn't know it. I woke up, I don't know how many minutes later, and there's an ambulance there. And I got in the ambulance and I went to hospital. They took all kinds of tests and it was my aortic valve. They said if I'd laid on the ground another half hour, I wouldn't be here.
Few minutes.
They didn't have to open my heart or anything. They went in there and fixed it, went home the next day.
After he had collapsed and just was so close to death, he was a different person. He wasn't a person I even knew at all. He was like a very angry man. He was very temperamental. He'd get angry at the drop of a pen. He was very argumentative. He started swearing a lot, which he'd never sworn in his life, and the grandkids were hearing it. And he actually lied a lot, which he used to not do. And he was just totally different. I mean, it made a huge difference after what it had done to him. He had been in therapy at the hospital, and he quit the therapy because he didn't think he needed it. He thought he knew all that and he could do all that. He didn't need the therapy. But then with these problems, getting worse, I said, let's go see Dr. Andersen. And at first he didn't want to, but then he agreed to come see Dr. Andersen. And Dr. Andersen put him in different kinds of therapy. The changes are amazing, and our youngest daughter just came into town today, and she hadn't seen him, for a couple months or so, and she says, Mom, the changes are huge. She said he has light in his eyes now. She said that was the first thing I noticed, that his eyes were just blank before. He has light in his eyes. He talks and he jokes. And he also has started singing again. He was humming and singing on the way over here. He hadn't been doing any of that. And, what else? There are just a number of things. First of all, he quit the swearing, he quit the arguing, he quit being so angry, he calmed down. Yeah, and he's back to pretty much normal on his behavior. He's much easier to get along with. He's getting to be a little more ornery, because Kim said at lunch today he was telling these corny jokes and laughing, so.
My daughter today also mentioned, she said, I know such a big difference in you. Your mind is better, you think better, and you even know names now. Mm-hmm. And I think it made a big difference. Tremendous difference. I didn't have any hesitation when I started this, and I come 2 hours a week for several weeks. And Kyle, he is fantastic at knowing what to do. He gives me exercises. Every time I come in, he spends an hour. And he doesn't slow down. We just keep going for a whole hour. And he has 2 machines. One machine he puts on me when I'm riding a bicycle. And he puts it on my head. And then I've had trouble with my hands. See? That's not trouble. And he said, he went and he puts a machine on my hands. This one first, like this. And this one like this, for about 10 minutes. And everything I do is about 10 minutes. And we just go straight through. And the time goes so fast, it seems like it's been a half hour. And I say, are we all done already? He said, yes, you are. And I feel so much better when I leave. And it happens every time. And my daughter, when she was in today, we had lunch, and she said, I noticed a big difference in you, just so much different. And her daughter's with her, and she said the same thing. So, and I knew it made a big difference, but I didn't know it made that much difference.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And I've enjoyed sitting out here that hour, hour and a half every time I come. I watched what they were doing. And I know that they had said he was weaker on one side than the other, and also his balance. But I couldn't believe it that when he walked, he couldn't do opposite. Left foot, right arm, right foot, left arm. And I watched him as they drilled him and walked him, and I was very impressed. In fact, I did sit in this room over here for some of the physical stuff, like this sitting up, sitting down, riding the bike, and all of those things too. And it was wonderful. And the firefly, you see that? I think that has helped immensely.
And that's made a big difference in my life.
We also have a lot of grandchildren, so we want to stay healthy and like watch them get married and, and go on.
Mm-hmm. But I like to keep busy. I don't like to loaf. I've always been that way.
Yeah, he's back to working outside in places quite a bit now too, which he hadn't been doing for a while.
Yeah, I've been doing things. I'm getting back to it now, but I didn't feel like it, for a while.
Does my vacuuming.
Yeah, does all the vacuuming and everything. So I just like to keep busy. Don't like to loaf.